Hello everyone and welcome back to my Borderlands 2 Legendary Challenge Run. We are currently approaching the lair of Captain Flint, and at this stage we have lost Claptrap and we have to catch up to him. And apparently he's currently getting beaten up by Flint's men, which, quite frankly, I'm not planning to complain about. What do those grenades actually do? I think they're just completely standard. Throw them and they explode things, right? Yeah. I think the lobbed grenade explodes the instant it hits something instead of bouncing about for a bit. And up there we have a badass. Ouch.
Nuts and bolts!
And up there we had a badass. There's a way to bypass the place. Once I show you the actual farming run, I guess, you will see how to bypass a fair amount. Not actually the... Well, how to get through this area as fast as possible without doing any fighting. For example, this gate here usually is closed and it opens up and that badass comes out. So what you end up doing is jumping up here and then
proposition for you two.
The meat
do this.
We are personal torture buddies for life.
And if you don't mess up that jump, that actually saves a bunch of time.
He was the only one that knew, but I'll show you too.
Hey, I thought that was a grenade, but it was actually the guy's shoe. And then you can go up here. You know, ouch, that was not smart. Do I have line of sight on anyone? I kinda do. Just need to reload and hope one of my shots doesn't... Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I keep saying I shouldn't fire the Kerr Blaster at short range, and I know I shouldn't, but I do it anyway. Because what's life without whimsy? The reload speed on this thing is pretty atrocious, so...
Ow! Guys, you don't have to beat me up. We can talk this through, right? Here, I'll do it for you. Hey, Claptrap, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. I kind of wish you wouldn't beat me up, though. Why? Because it really hurts. Yeah, good.
Darn, I came too close. I actually want to show you the end of that episode, of that dialogue. It basically goes on to say, you know, Claptrap and he's talking, pretending they're talking back, and so it's like, you should stop doing this because it really hurts. But Claptrap, you're a robot, you don't really feel pain. And it kind of like, in the end, he basically acknowledges, yeah, okay, you can keep beating me up because I don't feel pain and it's actually fun for you. Hey, Claptrap.
Second, Flint. My new minion's a bona fide badass.
At 141 stacks of anarchy, I am not going to hit anything. But that's the fun part. But yeah, this is where I killed myself with the Kerr Blaster, or I at least knocked myself out a bit with the Kerr Blaster.
This isn't the last thing I'll say.
And so you can, on subsequent runs, because you don't have to save Claptrap every time, you can avoid a lot of... just die, thank you. You can avoid a fair amount of the fighting here and actually just run through a large part of the area. I can't wait to get another shotgun. As I said, I'm going to get every legendary that's only boss-specific ones, okay? I'm not going to get every legendary in the game. There are some which don't have a specific boss who drops them. I'm only getting those that drop from a particular boss or mini-boss. There's a few which sort of drop from a small selection of enemies.
Stairs? I can't climb stairs. Let's find another way up. Oh, a crane. Find the controls.
I can currently think of one group, which is a group of 4 guys. I'm not going to go into any more detail, but every one of them has a chance to drop a certain legendary SMG. And I would obviously be farming all of them. And, well, rather, I would be farming that SMG because even though it's not technically a boss, it's still a guaranteed spawn of a small set of enemies, and they're guaranteed to spawn and they can drop it. So incidentally, this is another way you can bypass a lot of the level. I'm just showing it now. I'm not going to actually... That's where you basically go on with the level. Let's just get Claptrap up here. Actually, that was not the best way to show these things, but anyway. Can then jump up here. There's 2 crates. Just normal loot. Not loot, but ammo crates, I guess. Then if you make this jump, and follow it up with this jump, and finally this jump, you end up going over here where you can find a vault symbol and another chest, but it's again one of the bad chests. Okay, so that's really all I wanted to show you here. Is this doable? Well, it is, apparently. Jumping this the other way is quite a bit easier than actually... So the back again is easier than the getting there, essentially. Yeah. Basically as it was in The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. You know, there and back again. It's... I don't know, never mind. I'm not funny. Let's open these. I think there's an ammo shop up here. Yep, there is. I tend to die to this boss, by the way, so just prepare for that, I guess.
Come on out, Flint! Your Claptrap unit has returned!
It's our new torture dolls, boys! Let's turn up the heat!
There he is, Captain Flint. Burn, baby, burn. In my own playthrough, doing the legendary challenge thing, he was, by quite a margin, the most annoying boss to farm. Firstly, it's a pain getting here, because the closest respawn point is Liasburg. Just reload this thing already, you bloody woman. Okay, that was the boss fight. I may have mentioned I'm slightly OP at this point. Guessing the risk of death wasn't really that great. I mean, you see, enemies level 5 or so. And by doing it the way I'm doing, I'm actually bypassing a lot of the gimmick of this fight, which is that the whole place tends to burn a bit.
Not bad.
And as a reward we get Flint's tinderbox. He always drops this, or at least the chance is as close to 100% so that it doesn't make a difference. I'm actually going to progress to the next bit of story. Actually, do I want to... I'll have to travel back, but I don't know where the next fast travel station actually is. It might be a while, but I don't know if Flint will respawn until I've done it, so I'm afraid I'm gonna have to continue for a little bit, and then I'll come back and farm these guys, both Boom Boom and Flint. Flint has a chance to drop, I think, something's Thunderball Fists or something along those lines. It's a lightning or shock elemental pistol. And the drop rate is pretty bad. Boom Boom drop a grenade called the bonus package, and that's got a fairly decent drop rate. But the thunder weapon from Flint, the drop rate is quite low. So the 28 runs it took me to get the Blaster is nothing compared to probably how long it'll take me to get the pistol.
Is, me mighty vessel! Lower her into the water, you salty dog!
Okay, it's going to be a while before we next approach, come on, another boss that we can farm, so let's just go on a bit. By killing Captain Flint, you have increased the average literacy of the entire area by a factor of 10. Now nothing stands between you and a frigid 15-hour boat ride with Claptrap. Grats. Thank you.
And now, to set sail, let us set sail!
Good. Chapter 4, The Road to Sanctuary. Claptrap's just gonna kind of, you know, do nothing very much, and we use this to travel to Three Horns Divide. Yeah, which is kind of close-ish to Sanctuary, I guess. Why did I just get the turret syndrome?
You go on ahead. Tell the locals what we'll require for my welcome back party. I'll stay in here and give them time to get what we need. Number 1, ladies. Obvious. Number
Sanctuary's off limits. You bloodshot's can stay in your hole. I see you! Awesome. Why don't you boys run on back to your camp?
Oh, good idea. I think we'll just turn around and head back to our... Die!
Pandora is a violent and dangerous place. Sanctuary is slightly less so. You'll need a card to reach the city gate. Get to the catcher ride.
I would just like to point out that I was aiming at the Bullymong in front and the one in the back died first. This is a thing that happens quite a lot when playing the Macromancer with an anarchy-based build. At 148 stacks, you can tell my accuracy is... Well, let's just not go down the profanity route and say it is poor. I have poor accuracy. To avoid fecal phrases. So I don't hit anything that I want to hit, I just hit things that happen to be somewhere in the vicinity. Which is really fun, especially later on when you actually get a good shotgun, but it doesn't really work well with pistols. Oh, and iridium. I didn't think we could get that at this point actually, but apparently we can. This is a stack of iridium. Which is sort of a... It's a different currency from the normal cash money thing that we've found so far. I think they're just dollars. Let's
This
do
machine
this.
will digitally construct a vehicle for you. Give it a try.
That's fine. I'm just going to buy some ammo and sell the tinderbox. And yeah, everything basically.
Whoa! Unauthorized user up in my grill! You trying to hack my catch a ride? Uncool, bro. Uncool.
Damn it. Oh, sorry. Darn it. A man named Scooter controls these catch-a-ride machines. He may be short a few chromosomes, but he's a savant when it comes to vehicles. He's locked the station to prevent the bandits from using it, but I'm reading an inactive Hyperion bot in the Bloodshot camp. If you can attach its interface adapter to the catch-a-ride, I can hack the machine and get you a car.
Sounds good. You do see the problem with running Anarchy and the Blaster. It's a cool weapon, just doesn't work well with a lot of Anarchy, so...
Now I'm going to eat you!
I'm actually going to do this on purpose now. I'm losing all my stacks, that is fully intentional.
My whole life!
It now does a lot less damage, but still a pretty good amount, and I can actually hit things on purpose now. I'm not going to do this sort of thing for very long. Basically, as soon as I get to Sanctuary, I'm going to get a good shotgun and possibly an SMG. Not legendary ones, but purple ones. Which is a rarity we haven't seen yet. It's kind of better than blue and not as good as legendary, but it's just more readily available once I reach Sanctuary, because in Sanctuary there's a specific chest, which you can get special keys for by just basically keeping up to date on the Borderlands Facebook and Twitter pages. They occasionally give out codes where you can get the keys, and by getting all these keys you can open the chest, and the chest always contains purple loot. It's a pretty good chest. And I will just open that thing 50 times in a row or something. Not quite as often, but usually 10-15 times, and I should get...
Just attach the adapter onto the catch-a-ride, and I'll get you a free car.
And I should get the... a weapon that I'm kind of looking for, a type of weapon. I'm just looking for a shotgun that has decent damage. And possibly good reload speed and a medium-sized magazine. I don't need a large clip. It's actually not helpful for a Necromancer, because whenever I reload I get anarchy stacks. So whenever I reload, when the clip is empty, that is. So when I've completely fired my depleted my bullets in the clip, I reload and I get an anarchy stack. So I want small clip sizes, small reload speed, so that I kind of fire 5 shots, reload very quickly, and get a stack for it, which is good.
High quality, low prices.
Okay, give me those, take those, let's make a car.
Executing phase shift.
Sadly, this isn't a fast travel station. It's just it's a safe spot. If I die,
Hack the catch-a-ride.
I'd respawn here, but I can't fast travel from it or to it, which is a bit...
Authorized user accepted. Enjoy the ride, and there's a pimento taco in the glove box.
Cool. Try requesting another car.
Will do, will do. Okay, so the default car we have is this car. We can either give it a rocket launcher or a machine gun. I will go for the machine gun, I prefer it. I have a lot of car skins, but just playing through the game you just end up with a lot of them. And they drop from all kinds of sources, so... Inferno looks kinda cool. Propane... let's go with propane, why not? I can switch skins if I feel I need another one.
Real charmer, that one. You should now be able to digistruct a car from any catch-a-ride station. Now use one to jump that gap. Great. Now head to Sanctuary and find Roland. He'll want to meet the Vault Hunter who stared down Handsome Jack and lived.
This car basically works exactly like it did in the first game. It handles a little better, I feel, but the general principle is exactly the same.
You're so unburdened with things like intelligence, culture, morality, honor, ambition, good looks. I could go on, but I won't. But I could. Ah, dignity! I almost forgot to mention dignity! Easy, Mud Stallion. Easy.
I don't think anyone's following me.
Let us in, Grinder! We're only gonna kill every last one of you!
Oh yeah, that's one important difference. Running things over is not nearly as powerful as it was in the first game. You know, in the first game it was kind of broken. Wow. It's very loud. In the first game, running anything over would pretty much result in a one-hit kill. Not so in this game. It does damage, but nowhere near as powerful, basically. I think there was a chest somewhere here. Might be wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there is, actually. Oh well. Okay, we should be able to receive the next quest, though.
You're never getting into Sanctuary, you bloodshot skaglicks. Hold up. You're a Vault Hunter. Just a sec. Roland wanted to talk to you. Let me echo him. Oh, so you're the one I've been hearing all this radio chatter about. Name's Roland. I used to be a Vault Hunter like you. until I form the Crimson Raiders. We'll catch up when I get back to Sanctuary. For now, I need your help. My men tell me Corporal Reese hasn't returned the power core that we need to keep the city's shields running. Bring Reese back to Sanctuary, and you'll have earned your place in the Raiders.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Roland's contacted you? Good. Listen to what he says. He can help us defeat Jack.
That sounds cool and all, but I think I'm actually going to drive back now. If you hit F, you know, the F key on your keyboard, that usually activates your...
Here, reminding you all not to worry your pretty little heads about those earthquakes. See, with every tremor, my drill gets closer to the vaults, to freedom, order, and safety for us all. Except you asshats at Sanctuary.
I was gonna say something. Yeah, if you hit the action key, which usually activates your special skill, in my case summoning the robot, you should be able to fast travel away from here actually. But yeah, if you hit that key, you will what's its face? You will activate the boost mode for the car, which will give it a temporary speed boost, I guess. Yeah, you could probably tell when I was using it. It just speeds you up a lot. I'm just going to run back to Liasburg, and from there on out, from Liasburg is where you start the run to farm Boom Boom. Boom Boom and Captain Flint. Neither... Well, Boom Boom is fine, they're quite close and not that bad to farm. Farming Boom Boom... Sorry, Boom Boom is not bad. Farming Flint can be a lot... Actually, very annoying. Why would I say a lot annoying? It doesn't make sense. Anyway, it can be fairly annoying because the drop rate on that weapon is low, and this is the closest point from which you start running. So you run from here all the way up to the ship where we fought Flint and fight him again and again and again. It's a little bit bad. Okay, so we activate this thing, and we're there. I am now going to end the episode, however, probably going to render what I've played so far. This is all still in the first sitting, basically. Upload it and see what the feedback is. I have a fair amount of open projects at the moment, but essentially if I see that there's not much feedback, I'm willing to pause any number of projects, and then, you know, if I see one that's actually being watched and I get feedback on it, I'm going to focus on that. I don't have that much time these days, so kind of, you know, I don't want to finish projects that no one's watching. I'm going to put them on ice, keep the save games, and hey, if in 5 years' time I decide, oh, you had that Legend of Grimrock thing, how about you finish that? Or if someone says, oh, that was so cool, why didn't you go on? Then I might go on. Anyway, I'll see you soon, and well, bye-bye.